Alright YouTube, so we're back with some remake content, of course, and we're back with a relatively surprising video because Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 finally got its first patch after 6 months of being out. Now when you think of this game getting a patch, what is the first thing you think that they are going to fix? The first thing that came to my mind was the texture issues, right? The pop-in issues where some textures don't load and it looks like some PlayStation 1 shit. And this does not fix that. Oddly enough as well, I don't have this update yet. I actually fired it up to see how big the update was going to be so I could put that in the video, and my game just went right to the game or whatever, and I was like, oh, it must have updated already. And then I went to look at the information for the app. Here's a picture I took with my phone of the screen, and you can see that it's still the 1.00 version, and it hasn't been updated since like April. And actually, now that I'm kind of researching, trying to find the file size, I came across a Reddit post that are talking about the update, and it's kind of mixed back and forth. Some people are saying that the website that originated the patch notes fakes patches. They have like a 1.03 patch note thing for Remake. Obviously, we haven't had a third patch yet. But a lot of people in this post are saying there is a genuine update out there, but the patch notes from their website is just not right because they lie about shit, they fake shit for whatever reason. Who has the time for that shit? I don't know, but they find a way. Because the patch notes I was seeing said that it fixed crashing issues, addressed freezing and frame rate drop issues, addressed stuttering and lag issues, performance and stability improvements added. Because this person says that the actual patch notes just say various bug fixes instead of all those other things, and he also follows that up with door not fixed, which I think is the texture thing. So I'm assuming that whatever the actual patch is still has not fixed the texture issues. Speaking of that, I did come across some pictures over on WCCFtech.com that confirm there is an actual update. You can see this person right here got the 1.01 update. Also seems like the update might have decreased the overall file size of the game, because if you go back to the picture I took of my screen of my game, it said that the file size was 85.86 gigabytes, but if you look at this person's screenshot, their file size is 81.22. Apparently people over on Reset Error are kind of posting about it, and they're all just kind of gradually getting it. Like, not everybody's getting it for some reason, which I think is kind of weird. I wonder if it's not a PlayStation issue, not necessarily like a Square Enix or Remake issue, because totally random example, but like last week we got an update for Modern Warfare for Warzone and shit. And I actually got the update like a day or two early. Like the updates for Call of Duty come out on Tuesdays. Like Sunday night or Monday night, I actually ended up getting the update, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if it's like a PlayStation thing. Either way, it is cool to see the game getting its first patch. I don't know why it took 6 goddamn months to fix a couple little bugs and frame rate issues. Apparently the game does crash for some people. I have not experienced that one time. Admittedly, I haven't played the game as much as some other people out there. Some people play the game 3 or 4 times in a row, just back to back, just went through it again. I have not put that much time into Remake. As much as I talk about the game and love covering it and everything, I have not put that much time into it. But I have not experienced like any frame rate issues or crashes or anything. And I also find it weird that if they're going to put out an update for the game after all this time, the game's been out for half a year at this point, and they're not going to fix the textures, which is like the main talking point. I guess technically the gameplay is the more important feature. If there are frame drop issues and freezes and bug crashes and stuff, I get that. That's probably the more important thing, but the biggest talking point in terms of problems with the game was the visuals and the pop-ins and the textures and stuff, and it seems odd just to not fix that. I don't know. Anyways, dudes, that is pretty much the video. Remake, for some reason, randomly today, is getting an update, a patch to fix some of the stuff with it. It's kind of weird. It's being pieced out to people. It's just super random. Just fire up your game, see if there's an update. If there's not, maybe wait a little bit, like an hour or something, come back and check it. I don't know. I don't even know how big the update is. I'm not sure. What is happening? Where am I? It's at least promising. At least they give a shit, even if it took a little while. And maybe there will be like a 1.02 update at some point that'll fix the textures or something. And maybe this is like a sign or a hint that there could be some future content. The fact that they're patching the game, maybe there's going to be that elusive DLC or expansion or something. Who knows? Probably not. Either way, dudes, that is the video. Let me know if you got this patch or update to your game. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to update more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter, @dashingdavid. I'm a Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Rogaine, or leave it like Cobain.